Let's look at how to write an equation when given a line, and also we're going to do an example where we have to graph the equation. So the first one here, write the equation that describes the linear function. So before we write that equation, an important thing to keep in mind is the slope-intercept form. This is the form that you'd want to write all of your equations to easily graph them, and also when you're coming up with the equation. So we have y equals ax plus b, where a is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So when we're looking at this line, the items that we need to find are going to be the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, so the y-intercept is pretty easy. It's where the line crosses the y-axis. So our y-intercept is 2. Okay, it crosses at 2. Or if you were writing the coordinates, you would say 0, 2. Okay, now our slope, okay, that takes just a little bit longer to calculate, but we already know how to do that. We can just pick 2 points. So this is point 1 is 0, 2. And then let's go ahead and select another point. I'll just go with this one here. So we have 6, 4. Okay, so that's our second point. All right, so to calculate the slope, we need to subtract or to take the change in y over the change in x. So we're going to subtract these points here. So y sub 2, that's 4, minus y sub 1 is 2, over 6 minus 0. We're subtracting our x's. Okay, so we get 2/6, and when we reduce that, we have 1/3. So our slope is 1/3. Now we can also check that by starting at any point on the line. So let's say we're starting here, and we should be able to rise 1 and run 3. So up 1, and then I'm going to run 3. 1, 2, 3. So that checks out. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I know that my slope is correct. Okay, always double check your work. So now I'm going to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So we have y equals ax plus b, and what I need to do is substitute the slope in first for my a, so that's 1/3 x plus the y-intercept was 2. Okay, so there's the equation that describes that linear function. All right, another one. Again, we're using that y equals ax plus b slope-intercept form. All right, so we know that there's a couple things we need. We need our slope. And we're going to find that by selecting 2 points on the line. So let's go ahead and select this one. This one is -4, -2. And y-intercept, that's -4. Okay, so our y-intercept is -4. And let's just go ahead and select that as our second point. So we have 0, -4. All right, so let's calculate the slope now. So we have -4 minus -2 over 0 minus -4. All right, negative 4 minus a negative 2, that's just going to become negative 4 plus 2, which is negative 2 over 0 plus 4 is 4. And then if we reduce that, we will get negative 1/2. So our slope is negative 1/2. Let's go ahead and check that again just to ensure that we didn't make a small mistake when we were subtracting. So any point on the line, let's say that we just want to start here, we should be able to go down 1 and over 2. So down 1 over 2. Okay, we're good. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Okay, so that checks out. So now we just need to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So y equals, my a is the slope, so negative 1/2 x plus, actually we can just write it, we could put plus negative 4 or simply just put minus 4. Okay, notice the slope is negative. Another thing to look at if your slope is negative is the line should be going downward. If your slope would be positive, the line would be going up like this. It would be getting taller. Okay, so that's another thing you can look at just to double check your work. All right, so there is our equation. Whoops. Okay, now let's look at another one. Here we're given an equation and we need to graph it. So let's just label the different parts of the equation and then we can easily graph this. So we know that this is going to be our y-intercept. And we know that the 2/3 is our slope. Because remember, the slope-intercept form equation is y equals ax plus b, where a is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So what we can do to graph this is first identify the y-intercept and plot that, and then we can use our slope to draw a few more points. So we know that this is our y-intercept at negative 2, or I'm sorry, 0, negative 2. So then what we can do is we can rise 2 and run 3, and then that'll give us our next point. So I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2, and then over 3, 1, 2, 3. So at point 3, 0, I'm going to go ahead and put another dot. So it went up 2 and then over 1, 2, 3. Up 2, 1, 2, 3. Up 2, over 3. Alright, so you really only have to do like 3 points, and then you can draw your line. Okay, and we just graphed the equation. Thanks for watching and have a great day.